Hey everyone, my name is Pari and you're watching Pari's Top 10. Most people watching this video would have toilet papers, toothbrushes, running water and electricity. But have you thought at how people manage to do things before these modern facilities? Today I'll share with you the 10 strange ways people did things before modern conveniences. Number 1. Before fridges, people dropped frogs and milks. Before refrigerators were invented, most people's diets were very different. As milk goes bad quickly without fridges, people just didn't drink it that often. But Russians found a different solution. In some parts of Russia, people would drop frogs into buckets of milk to keep it from spoilage. The frog's skin were coated in an antibiotic peptide that kept bacteria from contaminating the milk. A little strange, but it actually worked. Number 2. Before toilet papers, people used corn cobs. Before toilet papers, people had to do some weird things to keep themselves clean. They had to make with what they had, which was usually the leftover corn cobs. They also used the pages of magazines to wipe themselves. By 1935, toilet papers were actually produced in large amounts. Number 3. Before alarm clocks, people nearly wet their beds to wake up. There were a lot of ways to wake up before the alarm clocks were invented. The Native Americans would get up early by drinking so much water as physically possible before falling asleep. That way, the water would fill up their bladder while sleeping and they would be so full that they felt like they were going to burst. So they would either get up early and get a head start on the day or else get burst. Number 4. Before automated messages, people sat in booths saying what time it was. In 1933, before the speaking clocks were invented, the people could call a phone number and hear someone say the time. They were connected to a live person who was just sitting in a room staring at a clock and reading what it said, 24 hours a day. Number 5. Before electricity, people slept in segments. According to a theory, human sleeping habits completely changed when we started lighting up our homes with light bulbs. Instead of just falling unconscious for 6 to 8 hours, they would wake up in the middle of the night to complete some task and then they would go back to sleep again. Sleeping that way is actually better for us. Number 6. Before computers, there were human computers. In 17th century, a computer was a person you would hire to solve math problems for you, ideally someone who was really patient. The astronomers and mathematicians would hire whole teams of people to come into an office and just do long math calculations. Number 7. Before toothbrushes, people rubbed crushed pots. The Chinese poked their teeth with pig hairs, the Sudanese chewed on flavored weeds, and the Spaniards washed out their mouth with a refreshing glass of their own urine. By the Industrial Revolution, people were crushing up bricks and porcelain pots and rubbing them against their teeth. While the Elizabethans, taking an easy way out, told everyone that having black decayed teeth was just a cool fashionable look. Number 8. Before trains, people didn't care what time it was. Until the invention of railways, knowing the exact time just wasn't very important. The people would have a vague idea of the time of day. The Great Western Railway of England was the first company who set their clocks to a standard time. Number 9. Before cologne, people used nosegays. In the past, people weren't quite as into the whole bathing craze. In some parts of Europe, people only bathed once a month. Nearly everybody was walking around with such a horrible stench, so they started handing out these little flowers and they didn't even hide why they were using them. Number 10. Before nail clippers, people let their nails grow. Nail clippers weren't invented until 1875. Before that, keeping your nails clean took some effort. The poor people in China worked so hard that their nails would snap off on their own. But the rich people in China just grow their nails as long as they could. Having a 1 foot long nail in China was a sign that you were rich enough not to work. Thanks for watching guys. Do subscribe my channel and give this video a thumbs up.